let me add a new object. Let me create a new box as well. Place it here. And in this case, what I want to do, let me accept model, polygroup. And let's say I want to extrude a bit this structure on this side. In fact, let me extrude it by 50s. Go here. And now extrude this side as well, or this face. It should be called faces when we're talking about modeling. So let me accept this, go back to Polygroup. This is a tool that we use a lot. As you know, if we inspect our object at this moment, let me inspect it, you see that we have basically 6 faces, 2 on the top and bottom, and then the 4 around. Now let's say that I want to add a new face, but I want to control the number of faces that I want to create. So let me complete here, select the object, model, polygroup, and for that we are going to use a tool that is called the Insert Edge Loop. Insert Edge Loop will allow me, if you move the mouse very close to one of the edges, you will see a line, a green line that will represent a new line that you can create to divide this object. Let's say that I want to divide this object here, and now accept. If we go to the attributes and we inspect the object, now you will see that we have, which are basically like 2 groups of this object divided by this line. And this will happen to the entire object. Let me go here, let me move the object up just a little bit so we can see it from any angle. F, and now inspect, and you can see now the object is completely divided on every face. Now let's say that I want to have a bit more control of that. Let's say that I'm going to undo first what we did a moment ago. Let me check F. Let me see if the inspection correct. I undo everything. Now let's say that I want to have a bit more control of the line. Well, in the case of this Insert Edge Loop, there is a bit of a problem because the first thing is that they don't use the snap tool. So it's very difficult for us to set where we want to put the line. Remember, of course, that you can do these lines that will be around the entire object if you move to any of the edges. It could be the vertical, it could be an horizontal edge. Now, we have other options here. The other options are instead of selecting the proportion offset, you can select even. And when you set even, well, the object is cut exactly in the middle, having as a reference the edge that you are taking. So if I'm getting close to this edge, I have this number. But if I get far away, as you can see, the position does not change. It's exactly the same one, even if I go up or down. The same thing will apply if I take the horizontal edge. If I move to one side, nothing happens. If I move to the other, nothing happens. Now, let's say at the same time that you want to subdivide this object in different sections. Let's say I want to create 5 different sections. So I'm going to select 5 here. And when I move to the object, I have to select it with tab. And when I move to the object, now you can see that we have 5 different sections created for this one. Let's accept this by clicking. Now I have the 5 objects here and accept. And now let's go back to the model, selecting the object, polygroup, and now I can literally play with any element of this entire object. So look at that. We're making some changes. In this case, I'm trying to create some kind of a super building. Well, it's not exactly the size of a super building, but I think you can get the idea. So this is an interesting structure, and you can play with this as much as you want. And in fact, I invite you to do it. The Polygroup Edit tool is one of the most useful tools in the new modeling system of Unreal 5. and it's really, really amazing. Even if you have experience using Blender or Maya, this is going to help you a lot. And remember, guys, that, and this is of course my perspective, I think that Unreal is trying to get into the world of Maya and Blender, and they are feeling it. And this will give us a lot of advantages as to us as specialists in Unreal, because we don't have to learn a new tool to do the same things. In this case, of course, these are static meshes, but Unreal is even getting into the rigging of the objects, which is something really, really interesting. We're not covering that here, but I want you to know that the modeling tool, the new modeling tool of Unreal, is really great.